Hi guys, we're here for the final reveal on the Coast Guard stage of the Armed Forces group build. We did the, you can see the Glencoe models, Coast Guard Grumman J2F2 duck. It was originally an Ideal toy models kit that was repurposed and refurbished by Glencoe and re-released. Original tooling was like from 1957, 1958, I don't remember exactly. So it's basically a 70-year-old model, but it's okay. It's not great. There are a couple better models out there that are a lot more expensive too, but if you could find one of the classic airframes, one that's a really nice one, or the Merit makes one also of the 1/48 scale duck. If you want to go smaller, 1/72 scale, you can get one from Airfix. But anyway, let's get right to our duck here. I'll bring him up a little closer so we can see him better. I'll say we did the Coast Guard version. You could also do the Marines version and the Argentine Navy or the U.S. Navy versions. There's decals to do 4 different ones in the kit. That's how we're doing the Armed Forces group build. I did the Coast Guard one. So it's a mixture of different paints. There's some Tamiya on there. There's some Vallejo model air on there. We used some bare metal foil to do the canopy. The cockpit in there is super basic, so it's a good thing that you can't see much when the canopy is on. And there's no option on the canopy to have it open or closed. It has to be closed. Squadron does make a vacuum form one, but I believe it's not exactly for this kit, but you could probably make it work. But I said the cockpit is so sparse that you're not doing yourself a favor. I'm not sure how well it shows up. We'll try to zoom in on it. We used Easy Line for all of our rigging. And antenna line on top. See rigging in there, pretty good. I actually lost the pin to put the prop on, so I had to make a new one, which is not a big deal. As you can see, the prop does still kind of turn. It's stiff because it's the wrong size pin. Being a 50s model, it was also looking for play value, so you can make the landing gear go up and down. Let me widen this back out. You can make it be up or down, but for this one I decided to go with the landing gear down. The last duck I did, we did gear up, taking off from the water. You can go into the Wayback Machine on YouTube and look at that one if you want to see it. And again, it turned out really well too. I was debating on whether or not to weather. There's the bottom of it. I'll show you the bottom. To do some weathering on it, which would be probably knocking off a lot of this paint on the bottom from landing in the apex of salt water on the aluminum. But I decided, nah, for this one I was going to keep it basically museum fresh. And again, for the Coast Guard version, it probably wouldn't have had the gun on there. It would have probably had a radio antenna loop in that location, but I didn't have one, and that's what was provided with the kit, so we went ahead and we put the gun on there anyway. So that's our duck. We'll have some pictures coming at the end of the video. Of the final reveal, where you can see a few more of the details in it. And the next stage of the group build for the Army, I was going to start next, but Brian at BG's announced that they're going to do a Whirlybird group build this summer, and I was going to do a Huey Cobra Army for my next build in the Armed Forces group build, so I'm going to hold off and double duty that to piggyback the Army version of the Army stage of the group build with that Whirlybird group build from BG. So next I will probably do, I don't know which one I'll do next. I'm also working on the NASCAR Kyle Petty car for the NASCAR group build, and that's about all I got going right now. I'll pick something out. I may skip the Army for now and do either the Navy or the Air Force one. Up next, I don't have anything at all for the Marine Corps right now either, so I'll have to find something. But that's a story for another day. I'm starting to waffle. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the Grumman Duck and Stage 1 of the Armed Forces Group build, the U.S. Coast Guard. And we will see you on the next video.